Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Thoughts. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope everybody is well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies may reverse. So if it's resonating for you, Scorpio, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you're starting out with Temperance. You have the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Swords reverse. You're healing. You're healing from heartbreak. Something broke your heart, something here in your recent past, something you've been releasing and letting go of. You're balancing out your feelings and your emotions here. There's growth that's happening, which is very positive. I see somebody that there's a lot of prayers that have gone up with regard to this. And the worst of it is over. You are coming out of this now. There's a lot of healing. And you're starting to move forward. You're starting to let go of this. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. All right. So we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands reversed. And we have the Star card in the reverse. So the person that's in your energy, you might work with this person. You don't have to, but you could. I do feel like this is somebody that there's an established foundation here. This is somebody that is a hard worker. There is also this energy of them putting in effort. With the Two of Wands here in the reverse, though, this person may have gone in another direction or feels that you did. With the Star in reverse, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but this person is not emotionally balanced right now. And it's because of decisions that were made or a feeling of not being chosen, perhaps. I do feel like this person is deeply in need of healing, though. It's almost like they feel like their dreams have been crushed. Let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you work with this person. So there's effort being put in. There's the energy of looking at the details. This person in particular is wanting to put in effort. I feel like a lot of your effort right now, Scorpio, is going into balancing out your emotions and feelings. Let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, there could have been a period where the two of you were not speaking, or perhaps you weren't speaking about something. There could have even been some ghosting that has taken place here. That may be what caused so much pain. But I do see what's affecting the connection is you both were looking for answers. You were looking at all the details. You were searching for answers, and you both feel like you have found the answers. And I do see communication. So let me see, show me the outcome. You might be dealing with a Virgo. The Chariot. Okay, so that's forward movement. It's forward movement and in a balanced way as well. So bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this is indicating a decision. After a long period where, you know, one of you or both of you may have gone back and forth, a decision now is being made. So, and I feel like you're making your decisions right now, Scorpio, on a more intuitive level. You might be dealing with a Cancer sign. Let's clarify your reading, though. Spirit, why is Temperance here? Okay, we have the Ten of Coins reversed. We have the Knight of Swords. That's communication. All right, so there's an ending that's here, and it was a deep loss. That's where we see this heartbreak. And I do feel like this ending was something that was long-term. You're healing from this. You're definitely healing, and there's communication that you're either receiving or giving, and it's truthful and honest communication after having analyzed everything. So again, I'm seeing communication. Let me see the Six of Cups reversed. Show me the Six of Cups reversed. Nine of Swords and the High Priestess. Very intuitive energy right now. Yeah, you're releasing the past, but after a lot of anxiety. There were secrets that were here. There were secrets that were being kept. Things that were not being talked about. And those secrets caused a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, sleepless nights, concern. But ultimately, the decision was made to release your past. Let me see the Three of Swords reversed. Show me the Three of Swords reversed. Okay. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Four of Wands. Are you leaving? It looks like, Scorpio, you might be leaving a long-term connection or a marriage. I do feel like there was a deep sense of loss here. We see you releasing the past, letting go of it, but after so much anxiety, and there were secrets involved. Secrets that weren't being talked about. There could have been heartbreak in the situation. I feel like if you were involved in another connection or a marriage, there was perhaps the other person was very codependent on you, or there was some codependency within that connection. But you're moving towards something that's going to be very stable. After a loss, after heartbreak, you're healing and you're moving towards something that is going to be very stable. And it'll be a reason for celebration. So you've definitely gone through something. You've had these losses. And I feel like you're on the other side of that now. But there were secrets involved in this. Let me look at this person's energy. Show me the Three of Pentacles. Show me the Three of Pentacles. I feel like this person is being watched by someone else. Or they feel that they're being watched. The Emperor. Seven of Swords reversed. And the World. Oof. Yeah, so whatever these secrets are, there was deceit involved in this. There was deceit. It almost appears as if you met somebody else and you ended a long-term connection to be with this person, because I see both of you putting the effort in. Now, I will say this person is somebody, they could be a boss. They don't have to be, but this is somebody who does work hard. They could even own their own business or be some sort of a person of authority, but something here was revealed, something that was deceitful, lying, cheating, stealing. And I do feel like this person wants to wrap that cycle up. Something is now out in the open. Whatever these secrets were, it's out in the open now. And this person is taking charge of things. They're doing whatever it takes to end that cycle and to move forward. And they're willing to put the effort into that. Let me see the Two of Wands reversed. Show me the Two of Wands reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Six of Wands reversed. Yeah, that's feeling a lack of success in something, feeling a deep sense of loss. Again, there's instability that's here. A relationship that failed, a relationship that has ended now in a loss. Because this person chose to go in another direction. This person is moving away from this Queen of Pentacles. And their fears that this won't be successful, but they felt like where they were was not successful at all. I feel like this person, maybe it was this person who was involved in another connection. And you may have said to this person, look, I deserve a balanced connection. And if you're going to remain in that connection, then, you know, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to have to let you go. Let me see. Because we see a loss that's occurred with this Queen of Pentacles reversed. There's an ending of a relationship. A decision to move in a new direction, a different direction. I feel like this was unplanned. Knight of Wands. Four of Pentacles reversed. Perhaps this was an on and off connection. And this hurt you. So was it you or was it this person who was involved elsewhere? Because I definitely feel like this person was. Maybe it was both. This person is releasing the past. They've given up hope on this Queen of Pentacles, this energy of being involved in this other connection. But I feel like it was because the truth came out. It's not like they just up and volunteered the information. It doesn't look like it, but the truth was discovered. There were secrets here, and you were worried about those secrets. So this person chose to go in another direction because the connection they were in, they felt was not successful. And I do feel like this is somebody who, you know, they gave up hope on that connection. They're releasing that. This connection between you and this person may have been on and off, on and off. You may have even questioned if this person was being a player at some point. Let's look at the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. Because I'm strongly getting that for some of you, you work with this person or they are a person of authority in some manner. All right, we have the Magician, Gemini energy. Yeah, Eight of Cups. This person's walking away from an established foundation. They're walking away from things that are not, you know, they feel like are not beneficial to them. But there was deceit involved with this. Because I feel this person was either married or in another connection. And it got put on blast. It got put on Front Street. And as a result, it created an ending. It created an ending, and now they're walking away from that. Now you're manifesting this person. You're manifesting them to put the effort in. You're manifesting the details to work out. You're manifesting, you know, I'm not going to say you're manifesting an ending, but I do feel that in order for you to want to feel that, in order for this to be balanced, there has to be an ending here. And you do want healing between you and this person. That's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting truth as well. You want this person to come to you and say, yeah, I'm walking away from that situation. And they are, but it looks like they are because it got put on blast. So let me see the Hermit in reverse. Show me the Hermit in reverse. All right, so we have the Ten of Cups reversed and we have the Star card reversed. Now, they have that twice. So, yeah, they've given up hope on this connection that they were in. They've chosen to go in another direction, and I do feel like they are very emotional at this time. Things are extremely unbalanced in their life with you, with this other person, and I feel like you were unhappy with the secrets that were here. So there could have been, you know, it caused so much stress in your life, Scorpio. So I feel like you were very unhappy and you tried to release this person. You tried to let them go and heal your energy. But it hurt you. It broke your heart. And so I do feel like there is going to be a communication between the two of you after a period where there was no communication. And I do feel like, you know, during this time, you were very unhappy, and this person was giving up hope on balancing this out in any kind of way. Let me look at your outcome, because I do see successful forward movement in the outcome. Just know that this person, their emotions are all over the place right now. And what hurt you, I feel like what hurt you is that this person was acting single when they were not. Okay, so we have the Hangman in reverse, Pisces energy. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, so this person being involved elsewhere in a marriage or another connection made you feel very powerless. Yeah, it made you feel powerless. And so I do feel like, you know, you at some point said, you know, I'm not okay with this. It's creating too much anxiety. I don't like the secrets. I don't like feeling unhappy all the time. And I feel like you said to this person, you know, I'm not going to fight with you about it, but I've got to do what's best for me. In your outcome, the wait is over. Whatever you've been manifesting, that wait is over. There is going to be forward progress here, forward movement. Why? Well, because you're both looking at this very differently now. I do feel like you feel like the problems are beginning to resolve. You don't want to fight with this person. You don't want, you know, and I do also feel like there's other people involved that are saying, and it's kind of harsh, but I feel like the other people are disapproving of you, and they're saying, look, you knew what you were getting into. And that's a very harsh way of, you know, approaching someone. Because I do feel like there are other people who disapprove of this connection, but you're not listening to them at all. The person in your energy, they're the one who had the decision to make. Underlying energy is that decision being made. Two of Swords upright, Two of Swords reverse. What is the decision? The decision is whether or not to come in and communicate and try to, you know, work things out with you, or to release and let the whole situation go. Ultimately, they're going to be coming in because they're making this decision. And why? Well, they're looking at it very differently now, and they want to move this forward. So there is going to be forward movement. It's the Emperor who drives that chariot, okay? And we see in their energy that they are the Emperor. So this person is, whether they're male or female, they're possessing that Emperor energy. So they're going to be the one who A, has to make the decision, and B, is going to come in and, you know, communicate and try to move things forward. So it's really ultimately at that point, then it's going to be your decision, Scorpio, about whether or not this is something that you do want. Because I can see you were very hurt here in the past. Now, the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in the reverse, underlying energy. And that indicates that you feel very drained right now. There is a need for you to pour love into yourself. But it also could indicate that there is a new beginning that is trying to take place once this person actually makes the decision that they need to make. So you're in a period of transition. They're definitely in a period of transition. There's a new beginning that is on the line here. But at the end of the day, it'll be your choice if you take this person back. So let's pull an oracle card and see if there's any further clarification. I am pulling for Scorpio. Pulling for Scorpio. They are ending something though, but I do feel like they got caught. And that's part of the reason why this is ending. All right, you have number 18, and it is called Magic Stream. All right, so let me read that for you. Give me just 1 second. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading to another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of a fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Okay. I do hope that this has been helpful for you, Scorpio. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are love, and namaste.